What's up, peeps? So last couple days I've been getting a ton of questions about the new coronavirus addendum / amendment that the Association of Realtors put out. So figured I would answer all of your questions here and just kind of go through it quickly. The first question I've been getting is this form required and is it mandatory? And the answer is no, it's not. You can include it as an addendum anytime you're writing an offer. If you are a seller and the buyer did not send one, then you can counter and add this as an addendum. And if you're already in a transaction, you can always add this as an amendment to the transaction. I will note that if you're already in a transaction, neither party is required to sign it. So if you send it over and the other party refuses to sign it, there's really nothing you can do. Hopefully they're just reasonable parties and want to kind of figure out the best route. So the reason for this form is because every once in a while in life you get these oh shit moments of things that just weren't planned for. The first paragraph talks about force majeure. The definition is an unforeseeable circumstance that prevents someone from fulfilling a contract. This is about as bad as I've seen for things that would prevent someone from fulfilling a contract. Some things that could prevent the contract from being fulfilled. The county recorder's office closes, right? Nothing can be closed. Maybe the lender's office closes. Maybe escrow closes. Maybe title closes. Maybe one of the borrowers loses their job and can no longer qualify. A lot of the lenders will call and verify employment right before you close, and that might not be possible. Maybe there are travel bans that are preventing people from being able to sign documents. So this is basically, it's really preemptive in that it's a way for a buyer and seller to kind of come to an agreement before any of this ever has to happen. It's a way to avoid arbitration or avoid court. And really what you're just doing is saying, like, hey, I don't know if any of this is going to happen, but let's agree ahead of time that if any of these things do happen, here are our options. So going through the options, you'll see, number one, buyer and seller agree to postpone the close of escrow up to 30 days to accommodate unforeseen circumstances. I had a few people ask me, should I put 15 days? Should I put 45 days? I don't know. I would say leave it at 30 and kind of see how things play out. You can always ask for an extension from that point. It's really important to note on here that by incorporating this addendum, in all cases, you're removing the normal contractual requirement to send a notice to perform and to send a demand to close. So normally you would have to send those things to enforce this. This is saying, like, hey, none of those things are needed anymore. If somebody wants to cancel, they can. So number one, postpones it for 30 days and then just says, like, hey, if we need to cancel, deposit goes back to the buyer. Number two, if you check that, you're saying, hey, my buyer, we already removed our loan contingency, but now we might not be able to fund the loan. So if we can't, then we're going to cancel escrow and deposit gets returned to the buyer. And then the third option is just for anybody that wants to cancel right now because of this. It's just saying, hey, we both mutually agree to cancel and deposit goes back to the buyer. So any questions, please reach out, email me, text me. I'm available, but I just want to make this because I'd gotten a bunch of questions about it. So hope you guys are all doing well.